Hello again everyone, Age of June here, and we are back casting another League of Legends game. As you can see here, last season, most of these players were Diamond. There are a couple Platinums, but either way, definitely high elo. X Special's in here, so you know it's going to be a higher game, as well as a Zingy. So it's definitely some of the professional players here. Ooh. See that. Apparently, Purple team was waiting in that bush, and in came Nunu. I can't go any farther back, but I'm pretty close to the beginning, so... Yeah, there's the first blood there. It went to Misfortune. Very nice on their part. Jessica Jung. Alright, so let's see. The two teams in this case are Aurelia as Bebhead. Bebhead is Aurelia, sorry. Top. We have Cytosine as Lulu. Big MCT. Big MCT is Rise. Infernape is Ramus.
Minions
and then GG Jessica Jung is Misfortune. And then on the blue team, we've got Elinke, which is Olaf. Name slipped the mind for a second there. Tyranai, which is Vladimir. Nunu is the Zingy. X Special is Zyra. And Nuke Mumg is Ezreal. So, should prove to be a pretty interesting game, I think. I'm going to go ahead and do as suggested by one of my viewers. I will try to match the people up with who they are against. It's actually not too hard in this case. There we go. I think that's it. Nunu is the jungle? Yes. So there we go. Down bottom lane, there's the ward from the blue team already. Purple team does not have a ward as of yet. Blue team has also warded this bush, and actually these two bushes. So blue team actually has quite a few wards out. It doesn't look like any of them are the free ward that comes with the mastery, so they actually put a lot of money into wards already. It looks like Nunu's actually invading here. I don't know. I guess he didn't see Ramus. Ramus saw him though. So now Nunu's going in on this. Nunu did go ahead and ward it. Aurelia's coming to help, as is Rise, but Vladimir and Olaf are also coming to help. So I think this is going to be a quick little team fight here. Aurelia's coming in. She's going in on the Nunu. She did land the stun, but she did get slowed. She is ignited. Vlad is trying to take her down. I don't think he's going to get her. He did not. Ramus did not get his red yet, though. And Nunu is currently counter-jungling the Wraiths. Ramus and Rise are now going in on the Nunu. Nunu's taken off. Now in comes the Olaf, it looks like. No, he was thinking about it, but Nunu didn't actually need it. So yet again, Ramus is definitely thinking about getting this red buff, but he's kind of afraid, and I can't say I blame him. I would definitely be afraid of this as well. Looks like Nunu is actually getting the red buff though, and now Ramus just got hit by the axe from Olaf, but they are going to go ahead and escape. Ramus is now going to go ahead and clear the red buff so that he knows it's not there. So that was a nice little steal by the blue team. Didn't end up getting a kill, although they get really close on Aurelia. She did end up having to go back to she's only 1 versus Olaf's 2. So she is actually a little bit behind from that, but altogether not too much. There's the blood boil on Olaf. Looks like they're thinking about going in and just turret diving, but they decided not to. I can't say I blame them. She does have her shield. Got here just in time to see him die. Alright, so there he is. He's pretty low. It's actually very low. He went ahead and used his E to flash out and hit, which was not a good idea. X Special's probably not very happy with him. He was really one-shottable, and they took advantage of that, and they just killed him. So, good job to the purple team, taking advantage of a small mistake like that. He probably thought he was safe, because he himself was under tower range, but he was able to be hit from outside of tower range. So, he ended up messing that one up. Rise is actually all the way down to half, and Vlad, of course, is Vlad, so he's healing himself back up again. Again, he's a pretty nasty one to go against, I've found. Looks like Olaf is actually quite low here as well. Aurelia has hurt him a lot, it looks like. It's possible that that's caused by him going in and hitting her when there's tons of minions around. It's one thing you want to make sure to be careful of. Ooh, looks like Ramus is counter-jungling here. He does see the Nunu. Nunu, it looks like he's going down bot. I don't know what Nunu's doing. But Ramus is going mid, so we'll take a look at this, and then we'll look down bottom because Nunu's going down there. Nunu is going down. Let's go ahead and see. She does flash over this wall, but Ezreal does as well. Now in comes the Ramus. He's probably going to taunt here. He does taunt. Nunu's here, and he put a slow on Misfortune, but he's gonna have to back out. Looks like Misfortune did flash over, but Ezreal was able to take down the Lulu, and now it looks like the blue team is actually going for a very early dragon. At least in my elo, you don't see dragon for quite some time, at least level 6. Oh, Aurelia just killed Olaf, so we'll take a look at that in a moment. They're going to try to get this, but at the same time, the purple team is pretty high. So the purple team's going to try to take them down, and they might actually end up doing it because Dragon is doing quite a bit of damage. They did end up getting the Dragon, and Vlad actually was able to take down the Rammus. But now the blue team was in mild amounts of trouble, but they were able to flash over that wall, no problem. So they ended up trading a 1 for 1 plus Dragon. So they ended up coming out of that okay, not including Olaf because he wasn't actually there. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that though. Nope, he's already dead there. Let's see. Okay, so there he is. She goes ahead and lands a stun on him. He's trying to go in. The minions are fighting both of them. He oddly tries to run away. I'm not sure why he did that. A couple more hits probably would have taken her down as well. It might have been a misclick on his part, but I'm really not sure. He did end up going down to her though. And there's the excitement down there. As Vlad takes down the Rammus just before dying himself to the Misfortune. And then there's the flash. Run away! Good idea on their part. All in all, that wasn't too bad. The purple team is still ahead in gold, but they're not nearly as far ahead in gold now, considering the blue team just got Dragon. There's the back. So Misfortune's alone in lane until Lulu gets here. Lulu's almost there. Nunu's going back as well. Probably a good idea. And Olaf actually has a ton of XP waiting for him. The Aurelia tried to go ahead. I think she was trying to push it to the tower beforehand so that he would be missing out on this, but she did not end up getting it, and he's probably pretty happy right now. Because normally you want to try to deny your enemy the XP and CS, but she was not able to do that. Instead, she just pretty much pushed a big wave so that he could get it all. She is 6, whereas he's only 5, but she had to go back. So he's getting, well, he's not exactly there. So he'll probably get to 6 soon after she gets there, but he is behind. But he's not nearly as far behind as she would have liked. Had he been a little bit farther back, she would have been able to go ahead and let the tower clear all that CS and XP, and he would not have gotten any of it. And that's probably what she was hoping for. She did try, I think she tried to push it as fast as possible. I don't know, I was not actually watching. But that is definitely something you want to think about if you are top and the other person has to go back. Oh, he's going in on her, it looks like. Nope, he's just doing a little harass. Took her down a bit, not too bad there. Vlad, of course, is still harassing this Rise quite a bit. It's pretty nasty. And it looks like Nunu's actually thinking about coming in for a gank. Rammus is still just going through his jungle, but Nunu is coming in from behind. He's going in. There's the slow... No, it's just a little harass. The ward did pick him up, so she knew he was there, but he looks like he's actually thinking about going ahead and turret dive. She does ulti, and now the Olaf is also ulting. There's the slow from Nunu. She does end up flashing away. The tower is on Olaf, so he has to run away too. She does end up getting out of that, but she did use her flash. So, all in all, it was not a terrible gank. The only problem is that now Olaf has to go back, and she's already level 7, and now she's going to be able to go ahead and farm up even more. So he's going to be in even more of a disadvantage when he comes back. Yes, she did lose her flash, but unless he's able to gank her successfully after that, it's not going to turn out well. And it also gave Rammus the opportunity to go ahead and take his red. Ooh. Down goes the Vlad. So let's see. He's pretty low considering. So it looks like the Rise just went ahead and just bursted him down. He did. Yeah, one more Q. He's gone. Bam. Vlad tried to go ahead and lifesteal it back, but he was not able to do it in time, so he did end up dying to that. Down bot, not much is happening, of course. It's usually, a lot of times on the higher level games, it's more of a farm fest, and it's very passive. Both sides just sit there farming. They do harass and everything, but it's not nearly as violent towards each other as it is at the low elo. I know at my own elo, a lot of times there's a whole lot more enemy or, you know, PvP than just this farming. And really, in this case, with Zyra on your team, a lot of times you're going to want it to be more aggressive. So I don't know if Xpecial here is just kind of afraid of this Ezreal, because this Ezreal has made a couple of mistakes. So I think that might be part of it. He does end up landing the bind there, but Misfortune just ignited. Looks like there's the Lulu ulti, but Zyra was able to go ahead and shut down the Misfortune with her I'm Dead ability. And now the Ezreal's there. He actually did a lot of damage there to Lulu, so had he been able to follow that up, he probably would have killed her. Now it looks like the Nunu and Vlad are going to go ahead and they're at least damaging this tower quite a bit. There's the Vlad ulti on the Rammus. He's going to try to take him down. He's not able to take him down. He doesn't. Oh, he does take him down. He did a lot more damage than I thought. There's the Nunu ulti to go ahead and finish off the Ryze. Ryze did take down the Vlad, but he died for it. And now they're probably going to lose this tower. Looks like Aurelia's going in on the Olaf up here. Olaf's at about half. And she's at a bit more than half. So yeah, they did end up getting that tower. Not really surprising. What Rammus was trying to do, he went ahead and taunted. So he was going to try to taunt under the tower to make it so they have to take damage. But I think he ended up taunting the Vlad. And being Vlad, as soon as that taunt wore off, he went ahead and pulled and the tower's off of him again. So, you know, it could have been better, but it could have been worse. So, anyway, it wasn't too bad. And for the blue team, Rammus did end up going down to Vlad's ulti, which is always nice. Alright, down here, looks like Misfortune is 7, whereas Ezreal is still only 6. So he is definitely falling behind on this. And she's probably thinking about taking advantage of that. She was able to get a couple kills back there. This is warded, so they know she's there. Yeah. There's the bind. You do a little bit of harass to Misfortune, but all in all, they're not doing that much damage to her. The only way that they were able to kill her a little while ago is because she was under the tower. Well, not just that. I mean, Zyra did a lot of damage to her. Ezreal did a lot of damage, but they did end up losing 1 for 1. But at the same time, it was a support for a AD carry. So, it was probably better for them. Alright, so Rammus went back. I do like that new back animation where you actually have a little circle around him. It's kind of cool. It does allow you to know, hey, this guy's going back. Whereas before, they'd have to call it, and that'd be the only way to know. Outside of looking at them, obviously. But now, he goes ahead and pings it. Oh, Nunu's actually coming in from behind, but his team's not really there to follow up. Misfortune went ahead and ultied. Now the Rammus taunt took down the Nunu. There's the Zyra ulti. She does end up going down to the Rammus ulti. And that ended up being a 2 for 0, and now the purple team says, alright, now it's our turn to go ahead and get Dragon. So this is probably going to be a free Dragon. There's not much the blue team, there's not much the blue team can do, and there's another kill to Irelia, which is really painful as the blue team. So there's excitement down there. Yeah, imagine she probably flashed too. Actually, no, not flashed, sorry. Used her ability. She does stun him, get again, just tries to take her down. She is ignited, but because of her lifesteal, whatever her ability is that gives her a lifesteal, I'm actually not altogether certain what that is. I don't know, or oh, there it is. The Heighten or Hitten style. Earliest basic attacks do 75 true damage and doubles health restored. So that does a pretty good amount of healing for her and was able to keep her alive. Very nice on her part. And down bot, things did not quite go as planned. That Nunu gank was actually really good. I think had the enemy followed through a bit better, it might have turned out better. I mean, had the blue team followed through, yeah. Had those two followed through a little bit better, it might have turned out better, but that Rammus coming in from behind was what really hurt it. And a little while ago, we just saw Vlad take down, Aurelia. So he goes in, he pulls in, and yeah, there's the ulti, so she's dead. That ulti's a killer. Boom! Once he ultis you, if you're that low, you're probably gonna die. So there's Lulu going back. Ryze is actually gonna go ahead and take this blue, I think. Rammus is taking his wraiths. He is caught by this ward, so the blue team knows where he is. Ryze is not taking the golem, which is not really surprising considering his mana does not have much. Nunu's just kind of pushing the lane a little bit, not much. A Zingy. And Olaf is, it looks like, actually going into the jungle, the farm. So there is a pink, or a purple team ping big time on this blue. They did see that he was there. Now there's wards coming out, and the purple team is coming, so Nunu was wisely taking off and running away. Brave Sir Nunu bravely ran away. Good idea on his part. Now the Rise is going to go ahead and take that blue buff, but it is warded, so the Nunu is actually coming in, and he's thinking about stealing it. Now in comes the Rammus, so the Nunu did get taunted. Now the Rise is coming in. Lulu's coming in from behind. Nunu's just trying to run away now. I think he might actually end up making this, and he did actually distract them long enough that he will not be getting that blue for now. Now Rise is going in on the Zyra. Zyra took a lot of damage from that Rise. Rise is pretty nasty right now, and Zyra is not all that defensive. So they're running away. They did ward that. There was a Rise flash. I think he's going to take down Zyra. He did take down the Zyra. He's going to go try to take down the Zingy. He does not. There's the Ezreal ulti. And down goes Rise to the Axe. And down goes Lulu as well. So that ended up being a 1-for-2. And not all that great. And it did get Olaf a kill. And Olaf has been shut down pretty hard by Aurelia this whole time. Aurelia, however, is pushing top because obviously Olaf's not there. So she's safe to do it. Now Vlad's pushing back mid. This blue is not going to anybody yet. And now Olaf is back up top, so she was not able to take that tower. Looks like she's still going to do some damage to it, but she's under tower, so he's going to punish her for that. So he's going to go ahead and get that farm. Looks like Vlad actually killed the Rammus, which is interesting, because Rammus was pretty high health there. I'm not sure. Oh, he actually... Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. So yeah, Vlad just said, yep, you're dead. Ah. Oh wow, he didn't even have to use his ulti for that. That's actually pretty impressive. He did use Flash and Ignite, but he ended up killing somebody without using his ulti, so his ulti is still on cooldown, which is great, because that ulti is really nasty in a team fight. It does a lot of damage to everybody who gets hit. And it also, you know, buffs the damage everyone does. As you can see here, causing 12% increased damage, and then after 5 seconds, they take quite a bit of damage there. So it's always nice to have that around. It looks like he's actually going in on the blue buff here, which Rise wanted, and Rise is coming to say, no, you can't have that. But now Lulu's also coming. Ooh, Nunu flashed over and consumed it. Now the Vlad is trying to escape. There's the Nunu ulti. Rise is coming after Nunu, but in comes the Ezreal. Ezreal flashes over. The Misfortune did end up going down to... I'll take a look at it in a minute. But there's the Ezreal ulti, does end up taking down the Rise. Rise is now dead to Ezreal. So let's see. Alright, so there's that. This is where he's running away. There's the Nunu flash and either consume or smite or both. Alright, so there we go. There's Misfortune. She gets really low to Vlad. She does end up going down to Vlad. And Vlad's able to escape that. There's the Nunu ulti doing a lot, actually not that much damage. I figured it would do a whole lot more damage. Rise was trying to come down. Not as you saw. That Q probably would have finished had Ezreal not flashed over the wall, so very nice play by Ezreal there. Had he not flashed over the wall, that Q would have bounced, or that E, sorry, would have bounced to Vlad, and Vlad was probably dead. But in the end, it did not end up happening, and he was able to get another kill out of it. And he didn't end up feeding a kill. Or, you know, letting them get a kill. So very nicely played on his part. Aurelia yet again is pushing top. Or Rammus is almost dead. And Lulu's going back bottom. It was a 2-for-0. And the blue team's pulling back in the lead. They are now 24K to 23.2K. So they started out pretty weak. That first blood definitely gave an advantage to the purple team. But now the blue team is starting to come back a little. We'll see if the purple team continues to allow them to come back, though. It's always a big question if the enemy can prevent you from doing what you wish to do. Alright, Zyra's going to go ahead and fall back as well. This isn't warded, so the purple team does not know. And now it looks like Olaf is going to go ahead and push. If you notice, he is 10 to her 11, so he's not as far behind as he was before, I think, due in large part to those kills. Those kills gave him quite a bit of nice XP and gold. It's now 1-2-1. Nice. And he's got 100 CS compared to her 117. So he's actually not that far behind her. He actually is going to go ahead and ward, and Nunu's coming up here as well. Not sure what's going on there. He did end up consuming that, and Olaf landed his axe, but it doesn't look like they're going. But I have a feeling they're going to go ahead and try to take down this tower. They are pushing pretty hard, so I definitely think that's what's going on here. Yeah, they're going in on her now. There's the Nunu ulti. Ooh, did end up landing it on her, and now Olaf is going in on her big time. She does end up going down to Olaf. Vlad comes in. Rammus is now really low himself. Olaf's probably going to take him down with an axe. He does slow him. He hasn't taken him down. There's the kill to Nunu. Very nice. Rise came to help. Vlad says, nope, go away. And Rise had to go back. So now the blue team's probably going to go ahead and take this tower. There's the smite from Nunu. Just getting the minions down faster so they can take this tower with no problem. Rise ended up falling back. Nunu's proxy farming so that the purple minions do not get here and disrupt the minions. And down goes another tower. So it is now 28.3k to 25.2k. Very nice. And down bot is still just kind of the farm best. You know, doing a little harass here and there, but not overly aggressive. Not going in all in trying to kill things. They're just farming, trying to hurt the other person as much as possible. All the actions elsewhere. Aurelia's here, she's trying to get her farm. Rise is trying to get her farm. And she does end up taking it. Looks like he thought about stealing that, which doesn't tend to go over well with people. Nunu taking his jungle, going back. Looks like Vlad's actually coming up here, thinking about going in on this Rammus again. I think he's hoping that Rammus is going to come into this jungle because he could see him. And if Rammus comes this way, he's probably going to go ahead and go in. The wolves are not there. So who knows what Rammus is going to do. Rammus does come this way. Vlad's about to see it. Vlad says, hi, Rammus! Rammus is dead. There's the Vlad ulti, and there he is. There's another death. Poor Rammus. Rammus was not expecting that one at all. Vlad was just hanging out there, just waiting. I'm ready. And now Blue's going to go ahead and take another dragon. Looks like Olaf, Vlad, and Nunu are all here. Now Ezreal and Zyra are coming as well. There's the dragon. It looks like Aurelia's pushing this. She's probably going to go ahead and take this tower. There's not much the blue team could do by the time they get there. It'll be gone. So she is going to go ahead and take this tower. There it is. Yep. And now Nunu's actually coming in for a gank from behind. And he's going in on the MF and Lulu. He will be. There's the MF ulti. Now Nunu comes in. There's his ulti. They do end up hitting the Lulu. She takes a lot of damage from his ulti. She does end up going down to his Q. Now it's MF versus Nunu, and in comes the Rammus. Nunu does end up flashing over the wall, so he is going to go ahead and escape that. Nobody died for that. There's the Zyra snare. It does end up landing and getting both Misfortune and Rammus, so nobody goes down for that. Rise is trying to come in and capture this, pretty much anybody. He just wants a kill. He does flash, he does end up doing a lot of damage to Zyra, and his Ignite was able to kill her, but all in all, that was not worth it, because he did end up going down for that. Rammus is now trying to come in to get a kill as well, but he's going to go down to Ezreal. There's a double kill. Misfortune's trying to do damage to the tower. Had she come in to help, she might have been able to turn that around a little, but it's not enough. And now she's actually going to go down to Ezreal too, so that's a triple kill. And all in all, that went really poorly for the purple team. Now, it looks like Olaf was pushing there. He's going to go ahead and go back. Looks like he probably has another item. And, wow. That fight down bottom. Purple just really threw that one. They just kept going in one for one. If they wanted that Nunu, but you've got to remember, Nunu is tanky. Especially with the jungle build. I mean, I guess he's not all that tanky, but I mean, 500 health, 30 armor. Yeah, that's pretty tanky, especially with that much health. So they thought they could get him, but no. Ezreal was able to take them down, no problem. Vlad's going to go ahead and take this jungle. The ward does catch him, so the purple team knows he's here. In comes the Rammus. There's the Rammus taunt. Aurelia's coming in as well. Vlad's probably going to pool to try to escape. He does pool. He does have flash as well, so he does flash over that wall. Her ulti is going at him, but she does not hit him enough with the ulti. He is going to escape that. Very nice by him. I figured the pool, and I didn't actually take a look to see if he had flash, but he did, and he was able to escape that, no problem. He's now going to go ahead and farm himself up some more, kill these, and he's Vlad, so he'll heal himself off the minions. You can see his health going up, up, up. Now it looks like Nunu's thinking about going ahead and stealing this. It is warded here, so he knows that there are 3 there, so he's not going to be able to steal it. But in comes Misfortune from behind. So Zyra and Nunu are now caught off guard. Ezreal ulti came in, tried to steal the blue. Not actually sure who it went to. Let's see. Alright, so there's the blue buff. Nunu's coming. There's another ward there. Rise says hi. Blue buff is definitely low. It does end up going to Nunu. Nunu just stole that from 3 of them. He walked in, consumed it, and walked away. It's always really nasty when you're against a Nunu because Nunu is really good in the jungle at stealing things because of his consume. That consume, it just eats something, and then he uses that in conjunction with smite, and he just takes it. In this case, I don't think he even used he might have used it. So let's see. I know we just saw this, but I want to see if he used consume in there. So here we go. Camera on Nunu. Here he comes from the steal. He did not actually use consume. All he needed was smite. But yeah, it is really nasty because he can consume and then immediately smite after, so he could do a lot of damage really fast. So if you don't time it just right, he's going to end up stealing it. They do end up landing a slow on Lulu as well as almost landing a bind. They did not end up getting bind. Now it looks like Olaf is actually thinking about coming in from behind. He's going to go ahead and fall back though. There's a double ward there. I'm not sure why. I think Lulu probably just missed my... Not sure how she did 2 at once though, honestly. But she did. Probably not intentional. Yeah, definitely not intentional. There's no way you'd want 2 wards there at the same time. Nunu's actually counter jungling now. He ends up taking the big wolf. And now he's just taking off. The Olaf is now trying to escape. He does end up ulting out of the Rammus taunt. And I think out of the Aurelia stun as well. So he ended up escaping no problem. Now Nunu's coming in to wrap up this minion wave. Consuming as much as he wanted. And giving 1 CS to Ezreal. So back goes the Misfortune. And mid we have Lulu, Ryze, and Rammus. Nunu's just doing a little bit of harass, slowing people down. Now he's actually going in on the red here. He's going to go ahead and try to steal this. The purple team does know it though, so Rammus is coming in, just thinking about going ahead and stealing it. Nunu does not have smite, he does have consume, but now it's 3 versus 1. Vlad is coming in, however, so it does end up going to... I'm not sure actually who that goes to, but in comes the Vlad ulti. Does end up doing a lot of damage. Down goes the Aurelia. She tried to flash out of that, like, well, not flash, but jump to Ezreal. It's not ended up working. There's the Misfortune ulti. They do end up taking down 3 of the people right now. Lulu went down as well. I didn't notice who took, or where Lulu went down. Let's see. There they go in on that. Alright, this way I can also see who ended up taking the red buff, as none of them have red buff right now. There's Nunu. He actually ended up, well, there's the taunt, there's the red buff, and it goes to, looks like Rammus. It did end up going to Rammus, yes. Sorry, in comes Vlad. There's the Nunu ulti. There's no stun there for him, so it does end up doing a decent amount of damage that he did get out of the way in time, so it did not do as much as he wanted, but it did do a decent amount. There's the Aurelia trying to flash out of that. It looks like the Vlad was the one who took down the Lulu. Down she goes, and down went Rammus. Now, Misfortune tried to wrap it up, but it did not end up happening. It's almost a Zyra bind landed on poor Misfortune, but she did end up escaping from that. And Ryze actually just landed a bind on Vlad. And Vlad got really close to going down there, 27 health. But it was not quite enough. But the Nunu did go down, but the Olaf was able to take down the Misfortune. So that was a kill to Ryze. Double buff for Ryze. Very nice for him. But, I'd imagine Misfortune's not very happy now with Olaf. And they did end up getting this tower as well. Yet again, there was another Rammus taunt, but as you can see there, the Olaf ulti says, no, I'm not going to take that. Zyra did stick around a little bit too much, but it ended up being okay. Now the Rammus is coming in. Zyra landed her bind, and then he ended up hitting the minion there. So she's still on the run, Ezreal's on the run, and now the purple team says, okay, we're going to go ahead and fall back. They don't want to get caught again. Olaf is pushing top. Aurelia is coming to punish him for that. Oh, there's an Ezreal ulti. Alright, just pushing the lane back. Aurelia went in on him. Sorry about that. I just had to watch the Ezreal ulti.
Shut down.
Apparently I clicked way too far back.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Alright, out comes the Olaf. There we go. This is where I wanted. He's up here farming. There's the Ezreal ulti that I had to watch. And as expected, the Aurelia just came in, ignited, and just took him down fast. He really should not have stuck around since he was less than half health. Knowing that, yeah, the entire team was up. The entire enemy team was up. His people were all having to go back, except for the few that were pushing mid. It was not enough to keep them all occupied. He ended up giving a kill for nothing. Probably not the best idea on his part. But, altogether, that's one kill, right? So, alright, so now they're going in on Vlad. Vlad did end up getting taunted and stunned there. I think he's probably going to go down. He already used his bind. Well, I mean, his pool. So, yeah, he does end up dying. There's shutdown gold to Rammus. Rammus is, of course, happy. There's the Rammus ulti. Oh, okay. Alright, so there's a ping from the purple team on Baron. They say, well, Vlad's down. Vlad is a lot of the blue team's damage. Not all of it, of course. Ooh, but Rammus just got caught there. Zyra and Nunu. Now here comes the rest of the purple team. Rammus is going to escape. Zyra is not. Looks like there's the Nunu ulti. Going to do a lot of damage to everybody. Olaf is going crazy here. He just took down quite a bit. The Misfortune's getting really low. Ooh, there's the bind from Rise. But he is... Oh, she does flash away. I was about to say he was going to take her down, but he did not yet take her down. She's going to go ahead and lifesteal so she can live past this. But I don't think it was enough. No. She does have Ignite on him, though, but he's not nearly close enough. And in the meantime, Ezreal... That. Yep. Ezreal does end up taking down the Rise. I did hear an Ezreal ulti there, but I didn't see it. It must have hit. It must have just been a glitch, and it didn't show. So there's the ace from the blue team. That was actually a 4 versus 5 ace. Blue team. So that's really painful for the purple team. The blue team is definitely ahead at this point in time. As you can see here, almost, but not quite. 6k, or sorry, 8k ahead. Not quite. But a whole lot closer than the purple team really wants it to be. Now Ezreal's going to go ahead and fall back. This Rammus is just pushing the lane back. Doesn't want his tower taking damage. But the Ezreal says, hey, how you doing? Doing a little damage to him. Did end up getting creep blocked there, so he was not able to continue hitting the Rammus. You could tell because of the way he was struggling there. It was one of those little unpleasant things. I really hate how it does that now. Your character just kind of runs back and forth, just twitching, instead of going around or anything. It just stands there. But Ezreal did go back. Rammus is also going back, and the Olaf is actually pushing bot. Pretty good pusher with that axe. I actually enjoy playing Olaf. This isn't the skin I use. I use the Glacial Olaf, but all in all, he's pretty enjoyable to play, honestly. I'm not great with him, of course. I am, after all, only at the moment 1200 due to a nice little string of losses. But hey, it happens. I was 1300. I'll go back up in time. I just haven't been playing a lot recently either. Alright, so down goes the dragon. The blue team does end up getting that. And in the meantime, Vlad and Zyra are pushing up mid. Not doing too much. There's another ward there. They do want... apparently the blue team wants this ward. This ward did end up going down, though. So, blue team, or purple team said, nope, you don't get that ward there. And now the blue team's continuing to push. Lulu's actually going back. And the blue team just says, hey, let's wait here. The minions will be here soon, and then we can go ahead and take this tower. But as you can see here, they don't wait and do nothing. They go ahead and farm. And that's really important. Especially in the upper elo. I mean, it's important always, but lower elo you're not going to see it as much, and the enemy team's not doing it, so it's not super important that you do it, but it is important. Alright, so there's the Ezreal ulti. Here comes another team fight. Aurelia just jumped in here trying to take down the Ezreal. There's the Misfortune ulti. Misfortune's actually getting... Lulu's getting really low. Down goes Misfortune and Lulu to the Vlad. Vlad does end up going down to the Rise. Zyra just landed her bind. Ezreal apparently just took down Aurelia. I'll take a look at that in a moment. Now, Rise and Rammus are here against Zyra and Nunu. Zyra is currently pretty much the only one there. She's going against Nunu. No, Rammus. Nunu was going after Rise, and Ezreal did end up getting that kill. Let's go ahead and take a look at the kill that Ezreal got before that. Alright, so again, here's the start of the team fight. The blue team was starting on Dragon, or Baron, I mean. There's the Ezreal ulti in. Now the Aurelia here, going in on that. There's that ulti, man. Alright, so Ezreal just says, yeah, you're going down. She actually got pretty close to escaping, but he is Ezreal, so he probably just flashed. No, he actually used his regular auto attack. This ward was able to pick her up, so he was able to auto attack with no problem. Now there's the Zyra, Rammus, Nunu, Rise, fun. There's the death before Rise. Zyra's doing damage to him, but she is support, and there's a double ward there. I have a feeling this one didn't ward quite what she wanted to see, so she went ahead and put another one here. Now the blue team is going to go ahead and go back to pushing mid. They're not going to go ahead and waste their time chasing Rammus. That's never a winning strategy to chase the Rammus. Rammus is Rammus, and Rammus will just powerball away. So don't chase the Rammus when you could be taking towers and inhibitors. So there goes a tower, and now here comes an inhibitor. This Fortune goes ahead and rains some bullets on them, and they don't really care. So there goes the inhib. Now the blue team is falling back. Vlad's going top. Go ahead and get this farm. There's quite a bit of it there. Not as much anymore. Tower took a lot of it. But Vlad doesn't care. Vlad is Vlad. He will just take the rest. Alright, Zyra's going to go ahead and fall back. Ezreal went ahead and took the red buff from the purple team. Nunu's taking the golems here. Also, again, obviously from the purple team. So there we go. There's the golems to him. He does leave one, kindly for Aurelia. Not really kindly, honestly. I was just joking there. And Aurelia says, fine, I'll clear it, and then changes her mind. In comes Aurelia, and Rammus is here as well. Vlad is here too, but Vlad just got occupied by Rise. So Rise came in, landed the bind on Nunu. Nunu is going to go down to this, and Vlad says, sorry, you're just going to die. There's not much you can do about it. And now the purple team yet again pinged Baron. They've been pinging it a lot, but they don't actually do it, so... they seem to be a lot of talk when it comes to Baron, and then no actual do. So Zyra has oracles. She came over here to clear the Baron and found absolutely nothing there. The purple team has no knowledge of Baron at the moment. They do know if anybody's here. So there's a ward from Zyra. They do see that. That's usually a good sign that the enemy is thinking about Baron. If they are clearing wards around Baron, you know that they are thinking about going in on Baron soon. You just don't know when. Alright, Nunu is coming back soon, so that's usually a pretty good idea of when the enemy is wanting to come. Don't know if they're going to go ahead and start it. It looks like they are. Zyra's here. The rest of the team's coming. Nunu's coming, and it looks like Olaf is coming. There we go. Now the purple team, or blue team goes in on Baron. Purple team has no knowledge of it. Looks like Lulu's coming, probably with a ward. She does have a ward. She's got a root site, so she puts another ward there, and there's the ward for Baron. They now know that the blue team just took it. Aurelia tried to snipe it with her ulti. It did not end up working. Nunu took it anyway. And Olaf is actually pushing bot. So he's going to go ahead and take that tower. So that is a Baron and a tower for the blue team. And Rammus is now going back, as you can see by the wonderful little ping there. Running away. Can't say I blame him. You don't want to get caught in this. A fully Baroned up blue team is not a good thing for the purple team. Alright, so in they go. They did try to catch Olaf there. Olaf does end up using his ulti to escape. Now the Zyra ulti goes down. Nunu ulti is coming as well. Does a little bit of damage there. He's not able to charge it up enough, but it was able to do a little bit. Now the Olaf is diving pretty deep in there. They're going in on Aurelia. She's probably going to go down to this. She does go down to Ezreal. This Fortune ulti goes ahead and takes down the... Well, actually, it does a lot of damage, but Rise takes down the Olaf. Olaf was able to get the Rammus beforehand, though. And now 3 members of the blue team are pushed all the way into their fountain. And... the blue team is just taking this tower. So this is probably about the end of it. If the purple team goes ahead and finishes up the Nexus, they will win this. Not sure if they will. It looks like they wanted to farm for kills. It's always interesting. I want my score better, man! Yeah, it looks like they're going to go ahead and fall back now. They hung around a little bit too long. But if this Rise keeps coming out, he actually will get low enough. Yeah, as you can see there, he's going to have to fall back now. Ezreal says, I can get you now. Rise is going in. He did take a little bit more damage. Now out comes the Rammus with Home Guard. He ended up getting rooted anyway, so it didn't do any good. But that was a super fast Rammus. Now there's another turret gone down there. The Ezreal's taking down this inhibitor. There's a Lulu flash. She did end up slowing him, but she took a lot of damage. And out comes the Rammus with Home Guard. Zoom! There's the... Yeah, Ezreal's going to go down to that. did end up getting taunted by the Rammus. Now, as Aurelia just went in on Zyra. Zyra's probably going to go ahead and go down. She did end up going down, and she landed her ulti on the entire enemy team, so Nunu's going to go ahead and escape with no problem. Olaf is just kind of hanging around mid. Doesn't really want to get in on this because he doesn't want to die. But it looks like the blue team almost lost this tower. It did not end up going down. And, oh, Aurelia is going in on the Nunu here. Nunu did land a slow on her, but she was able to jump to him because she's Aurelia, and she has a jump. So she did jump to him, but he did not end up going down. He's coming back in, though, and he was thinking about going to double golems. But Aurelia was there, so he said no. Never mind. Not sure what he's doing. Yet again, there's Aurelia. I really don't know. It's kind of funny. He actually did land his slow there again. And there's a little bit of action going here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, because those two are just kind of playing around with each other. They're not doing anything all that interesting. So there's that. Olaf was coming over. I know Olaf was in on the fun. And it looked like somebody else. I think Ezreal. There's that. Not sure exactly what that is. You know, he has home guard. So I'm not sure what the flame's coming out of him are. He was not at his base. I don't know. I guess that might be a spell effect. I've never really noticed. So he does this going in on the Misfortune. She's actually pretty low, but he did ulti, and the Rise Bind did nothing to him. Well, outside of damage. So now he's going to go ahead and try to escape. He does end up getting slowed by the Lulu, so he is probably going to go down. As he did go down, as you can see there, he did end up taking down the Misfortune because of his ulti. The Rise tried to root him in place, but it was not going to happen because Olaf's ulti just says, I ignore CC like that. He can be slowed, but he cannot be stopped. Alright, so Vlad just flashed out. He used his pool and flash again to escape a narrow, very narrow situation. Good move on his part. Nunu's pushing up top. Looks like the Ezreal's going to go ahead and take this red buff down here. Always nice for him. And the rest of the blue team just farming this jungle. Going to go ahead and give this red buff, probably to Nunu. There it goes. Alright. So there they go. Vlad actually has the oracles now, and he's clearing wards. Not getting all of them, obviously, but he's doing quite a bit. The Ezreal just took the dragon alone. Ezreal, by this time, is quite fed and pretty powerful, and was able to take the dragon with no problem. Sorry, in they go. They did end up getting a slow on Aurelia. She is now bound, and she's inside of Nunu's ulti. And Nunu's ulti just pops quite a bit. She was not able to full charge again. There's the Zyra ulti. Now here comes the Misfortune ulti. The Zyra just got trapped. Zyra's probably going to go down to... Yes, she did. And now Nunu and Ezreal both on the run. If the blue team does not stop this, it looks like it could end up being a turnaround again. There's the Ezreal flash. He does end up escaping that so far. He does have his E as well to help him escape. The blue team, or purple team spent so much time chasing Ezreal that Nunu was able to escape no problem, and now the Olaf is going to go ahead and backdoor. He's almost definitely going to get this inhib, and then he's probably going to try to at least do a little bit of damage to the Nexus. And the purple team is going back. Rammus and Lulu are both going back. The inhib is almost, yeah, the inhib went down. Lulu came out with her home guard boots. She is now getting hit by the Olaf quite a bit, but she's not going to go down, and out comes the Rammus. Olaf is now stuck there. There's the Rammus ulti, which is not really the greatest, but it wasn't bad. Somebody just died down there. I'll have to go look at that in a moment. Olaf is just trying to take this down. He did not end up having... There's the Rammus shield, so he says, okay, fine, I'll go back to the inhib again. Lulu sheeped him. Yes, I'm a WoW player, so yes, she sheeped him. He did end up taking down the inhib before dying, though, which is very good on his part. Let's go take a look at that heal down here. Alright, so he... Alright, blue team triple kill, yeah, well, we'll see that in a moment. Sorry, there they are pushing. The Ezreal is here. He does end up landing his Q on the Aurelia, and then that static shiv, of course, is quite a bit. Alright, so he goes in. Looks like the Nunu actually landed the slow on Aurelia, so Ezreal was able to catch up. He did flash, use Ezreal flash to get out of her range again, and now he goes in on the Rise a little bit, does a decent amount of damage, then uses his Ezreal Flash to take down the Rise, and now it is Misfortune versus both Nunu and Ezreal. Ezreal has the Blood Boil. He does end up going down to her, but she does end up going down to him as well. So that ended up being a triple kill for Ezreal and 1 kill for Misfortune. And now, there's that death. So the blue team now has 3 up, and the purple team has 2. And those 2 were barely able to take down Olaf before he took down an inhibitor by himself. Well, actually no, they weren't able to take down Olaf before he took down an inhibitor by himself. Wasn't able to kill them, obviously, but, you know. Whee! Alright, so as you can see here, Vlad is now here. I didn't see who it was, we couldn't really tell. So now the blue team could just go ahead and end this again, like I said before. It looks like they are actually trying to. They are ignoring well, we're ignoring the blue team. There's the Vlad ulti, gonna go ahead and try to take down the Lulu before winning. Did not end up winning, and there we go. There's the win, and there's the Zyra ulti, and there we go. So alright, good job to the blue team. They did end up winning this. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the items here. We've got Aurelia with 215 CS versus Olaf with 218. That's actually very close. She's got her Trinity Force, Warmongs, Warden's Mail, Ninja Tabby, and Negatron Cloak versus Olaf with his Black Cleaver, Brutalizer, Warmogs, Thornmail, and Ninja Tabby with the Home Guard enchant. She actually didn't have hers enchanted. The Lulu has Zeke's Herald, Mikhail's Crucible, Mercury's Treads, also with Home Guard, Ruby Sightstone, Philosopher's Stone, and Crystalline Flask versus Zyra with Shirelia's Lock of the Iron Solari, Shard of True Ice, Ruby Sightstone, Mercury's Treads, and Chalice of Harmony. Misfortune has 301 CS versus Ezreal's 255, so she's quite a bit ahead on CS there. She has Black Cleaver, Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, Warmogs, and Berserker's Greaves with Home Guard. Ezreal has Mercurial Scimitar. That's a expansion from the Quicksilver Sash, I believe. The Bloodthirster, Static Shiv, Last Whisper, Berserker's Greaves with Furor, and BF Sword. The Rammus has 133 CS to Nunu's 122. He's got a Warmogs, Aegis of the Legion, Boots of Mobility with Home Guard, Chain Vest, Madred's Razors, and Philosopher's Stone versus Runic Bulwark, Spirit of the Ancient Golem, the Shirelia's Glacial Shroud, Warden's Mail, and a Ninja Tabby, not enchanted. And then finally we have Rise, who is 169 CS to 285 CS. That is a huge difference. Far more than, let's see, yeah, far more than any of the other. I think even if you add these two together, yeah. Because she doesn't even have 50. That is over 100 there. Anyway, Rise has Rod of Ages, Seraph's Embrace, that's an upgraded from the Scepter of the Kings, I believe. Abyssal Scepter, Mercury's Treads with the Alacrity enchant, 15% or plus 15 movement speed base, Chain Vest, and a Crystalline Flask versus Vlad, who has Rabadon's Deathcap, Rylai's Will of the Ancients, Sorcerer's Shoes with Home Guard, Hunting Guys, and a Blasting Wand. So as you can see, that is a really big difference there. 70,000 gold to 57,000 gold. That is very large and very nicely played by the blue team. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I shall see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.